Welcome. My name is Neil Johnson. I'm joined today by Vice President and Head of Technology for TeliaSonera International Carrier, Matthias Fridström. Welcome.
Thank you.
Matthias, we're going to talk a little bit about IPv6 today. So my first question is, what is IPv6?
IPv6 is essentially a new set of addresses. The current IPv4 world is running out of IP addresses, and we need more IP addresses to address the growing internet. IPv6 will actually provide 79 trillion more IP addresses than the IPv4 world, so we really have a future-proof solution here.
That's a big number. So in 1998, when IPv6 was first proposed as an RFC, nobody had thought about Facebook. Technologies like instant messaging were not around or even thought of. But at the time, you were defining and building an international carrier network across the whole of the US and the whole of Europe. Did you take IPv6 into account at the time?
I would actually lie if I said that we had IPv6 on the agenda by then, but it's been in the back of our heads and we've been thinking about this a long time. Here's a list really of some achievements we've done in IPv6, and I remember in 2005 when we went to the NANOG conference and actually spoke about IPv6 for the first time. I also remember we signed a few educational networks in that time frame, and they've used the service since then, and it's worked pretty fine.
As I said, 1998, and you've clearly been working in this for quite a while. So why now? What's new?
We're actually running out of IP addresses as we speak. In February this year, they handed out the last block of addresses in Asia, and we are desperate for more addresses, so we really need to do something actually right now.
Is this the end of the IPv4 internet as we know it?
It's actually the end of IPv4, yes, but it's not the end of internet. Internet will continue to grow, and it will continue to work in the same way as before with the new address space. It's not going to be any change to the way we're used to internet in the foreseeable future, at least we can say.
So I don't need to panic just yet. But what does IPv6 mean to you?
IPv6 means to me that we have a future-proof solution, that we can actually invest and grow the internet as we're using it today. The mobile sector, for instance, is really actually putting out a lot of new devices that need IP addresses, like your fridge, your car, and there's a lot of things. We can actually grow that and support that now. That wouldn't work with IPv4 because we didn't have any addresses then.
Okay. So if this was an IPv6 call to action, the World IPv6 Day is taking place, what would your call to action be?
If I would be a private person, I wouldn't really mind. I wouldn't do anything because it's gonna work for private persons. If I would be a corporate customer, an enterprise customer, I actually go and make sure my CTO is really aware of this and have all the plans and all the devices checked for IPv6 enabling. If I would be an operator or a carrier or an ISP, I would believe that they already know about this and they're already on top of this. They just need to make sure that they work with their customers on planning and preparing and put all the things together to make sure this is working smoothly in the transition.
Do you have IPv6 propositions today?
We actually do, yes, we do. We commercially have them on the table. We have actually 1/3 of all our customers using this service today. So it's already in service, actually.
Okay. So as a global IP transit provider, I'm thinking perhaps about, do you offer a full IPv6 routing table, not just what you have on your network?
Actually we do. We actually provide close to almost 100% of all our POPs are now IPv6 enabled. So we actually sell the service in the same way as we sell IPv4. The same SLA, the same conditions, the same type of reporting. Everything that you get with IPv4 today, you will get with IPv6 tomorrow. And it's already here, and 1/3 is using it.
It's been 10 years since you were the first European IPv6 commercially available network. It's now 2011. What have you been doing?
It sounds like a lot of time. Yes, absolutely. And there is a lot of things you need to do. You need to change the reporting. You need to change the way you measure the traffic in the new way. There's lots of things you need to do. And it's really not been that urgent until recently when all the content providers are actually starting to provide their content on the IPv6 world. Then, of course, we need to be there to make sure that our network is also prepared to show the content to the end users that want to use this. So it's really only lately that it's been really urgent from that point of view, on a user's view as well.
And the customer tools and reporting?
Everything is now done. It's been prepared and it's operational as we speak.
Okay. It seems TeliaSonera have the technology, the experience and the attitude to move it forward. Back to a British Prime Minister, David Cameron. You're headquartered in Stockholm, and he recently said, look north. So from a global perspective, is the flow of ideas, trade and investment, and particularly green technology associated with look north to Scandinavia, is that something you can agree with?
I absolutely agree with that. I think we have a long history in Sweden of being very innovative and so on, and I think TeliaSonera International Carrier have been really in the forefront of our business for at least the last 14 years. We've been really driving the business. We've been the first of a lot of things. So I would say yes, that falls very much in the hands of TeliaSonera on that quote as well. We are really a forward-leaning company and looking forward to be that for the foreseeable future as well.
So customers can count on you to help them plan, prepare and prioritise for IPv6?
Absolutely, customers always comes first with us, so of course we will help them the best we can.
Matthias, thank you very much.
Thank you.